guys, welcome to the first video in 2019. I just wanted to start out by wishing you guys a very happy new year. I know I'm a little bit late, we're past a week in the new year, but it's better late than never, so I just wanted to wish you guys a very happy new year. I hope you had an amazing time and you got to spend time with your family and did something fun. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good Christmas as well and got some good presents. But yeah, I just wanted to start out by playing with makeup in the new year. I'm feeling really good. My last video was kind of like a haul, so I figured I would just carry on from that and just play around with makeup. I have played with all of those things, and I've also formed an opinion and stuff like that, so we'll be using some of it, and then, you know, we'll see what we come up with. Today, however, we're going to be using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Golden Beige. I haven't used this one before, so this is going to be like one of the first impressions for this one. I'm really excited. I hope this one works. It works for everyone else, so fingers crossed. But I'm going to start out with a primer, and I'm going to use my Lasting Finish primer by Rimmel, if this one would focus. I feel like there's just too much lighting. There we go. This is just the red one, so I'm just going to take that on my hands, and then this one's almost out, but I just take about that much. I'm sorry that this video is going to be really long. I hope it isn't, but I feel like it might be. Okay. I'm also using my Real Techniques beauty sponge. This one, I used it like a few times the past couple of days, and I really do like it. It's really soft, and it's, I don't know, like the texture is just so smooth on this one, and I really do enjoy using it. So yeah, so I'm just tapping, just pushing the primer in. I'm also going to be misting my face with, this is not Fix Plus, this is the Mario Badescu facial setting spray, and I'm just going to, if you've been watching my videos for a bit, you would know that I don't like the nozzle on the other one, so I've switched it to my Fix Plus bottle, which I really do like. So I feel like I have to moisturize. That's the key this summer for me. I have, however, I used to use the cocoa butter perfecting facial oil in winter, and I have had to stop using that because I felt like that was separating my foundation, but I feel like it's, even after stopping to use that, it's still separating, so I might just go back to it because I don't know. What I will do today though, is, because I have this texture, I think this is the perfect time to try out the BH Cosmetics color correcting palette, concealer and corrector in medium. So I will actually go in with green, but I feel like there is separation at the top, so I'm just gonna wipe that off onto like a piece of tissue or something, and then I'll go in. Lately what I've noticed is my under eye creases a lot, and so I've been trying something new which I feel like is working, because my concealer seems to behave a little bit, and I've also had to bake lately, so that's another thing. So I have made a few changes to my routine, so I will be doing all of that. Okay, so this is really green. This is like luminous green, but I'm just going to use my fingers to tap that in. Just going to use a little bit on this side as well. It's really greasy. Okay, so I've got the green concealer on. I don't know. It's really sticky and greasy. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. Good thing I'm going to go take a shower right after this. But I'll let you know. We'll do a wear test some other day probably. But next up, I'm just going to go in with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm just going to set that, just place that underneath my eyes. I feel like that's probably the only way my under eye doesn't crease. So I've been doing this every morning now when I get ready for work. And then I use a brush to place it, and then I just use my fingers to kind of blend it out. With this one lately, I've noticed that I need to work immediately simply because it tends to dry out quite a bit. And same thing on this side. It just helps minimize the creasing, and it just, even if it creases, like it does it gracefully rather than just really weird and awkward. I want to take a little bit around my nose and my smile lines. But now I'm just going to go in with my foundation. Like I said, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Golden Beige. Hopefully it's a good shade. Otherwise, like I said, good thing I'm going to take a shower right after this. So I am actually just going to use the petal. Actually, it looks like a good face. Smells weird, but is that too much? We'll find out, right? Just gonna go in with my Real Technique sponge and just start blending it out. Okay, that looks like a really good match. Thank goodness. Oh my god, I can't stand the smell. That smells really awful. It's streaky, and I'm using a sponge. How is this streaky? I feel like I look like a ghost. Maybe I used too much? Is that possible? For my concealer, I'm going to be using my Revolution Concealer in Define. Now this one I really, really like. This one is in the shade C8. And for this one, like, a little bit goes a long way as well. I'm going to try using concealer as my eye primer today because I really wanted to try that. And because we don't have much going on, might as well experiment. Ooh, I'm itchy. Okay, I'm just going to use the same sponge and just blend it out. I'm just going to set everything before it starts creasing with my Face of Australia Loose Setting Powder. And I'm also going to try and bake a little bit today because... So I like to bake with the triangles. So first I kind of set and dissolve the powder a little bit, and then I bake. And I'll set the rest of the face afterwards, but I'm just going to start working on the eyes so we've got the bake going on to protect eyeshadow fallout. Alright, the palette that I want to use today is my Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette. It's a bit dirty. That's from right now, from the powder. And this is what the palette looks like. I'm going to use Nude, which is that shade right there. And I'm just going to start out by piling that in my crease. It looks really promising. These are a bit powdery, but yeah. They blend easy, which is great. So just starting out in the crease, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 5. I'm going to go in with, what is it, Green with Envy, which is the shade next to it, which is this particular shade right here. And I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 6 brush, and I'm just going to be concentrating that in the outer corner, just deepening up the crease a little bit. And this one I'm really just concentrating that in the crease and not taking it up any higher. And then I'm just going to go in with that same shadow, Nude, and just blend out the edges once again. And now I'm going to cut my crease. Come back to that shadow. I'm going to use my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And I'm just using like a concealer brush for that one. I'm just going to soften the edges. I've cut it just to like past my middle, kind of. Okay, so the crease is cut. I'm going back into my emboss palette, and I'm going to use Popstar, which is this greeny, goldeny sort of, I feel like it's pot of gold kind of color, but it's called Popstar, so I'm just going to use that. Actually, you know what? I'll start out with something else. I'm going to start out with Standout, which is this dark, greeny, purpley sort of color. And I'm going to use like a really tightly packed brush. This is a really small one, but I just wanted to give me that control. So I'm just going to start out by taking that and placing that in the outer corner here. And that's just going to diffuse any harsh edges. So just there. And the good thing about using such brushes is that it's like kind of like using your finger. You get that intensity of the shade. So I'm just literally, as you can see, like we've eliminated the harsh line. So just placing that. And it is this particular kind of brush and shadow that's going to give you fallout, so you want to be really careful. I've already started getting fallout on my crease, so be careful. I'm going to use that same brush, so I'm just going to wipe it on a napkin. I always sit with napkin when I'm doing my makeup. The next shadow I'm going to take is Popstar, which is that greeny, goldeny color here. I don't know, I just, like I said, I remember pot of gold when I see that. I'm going to start just slowly, I'm not sure if I want to take it in the inner corner, but I'm just going to start there and just build that color. And making sure to overlap. I will take it in. This is such a nice yellowy color. I love it. What I want to do is just flip the brush now, and I'm going to go back in with the second shade, which is called Bold Moves, which is that one there. I'm just going to just create a little bit of a depth, ever so slightly. I just want to intensify the outer corner, so I'm just going to go back in with Green with Envy, and I'm taking Studio Pro number 8 brush, which is like this really nice crease brush kind of thing. So I'm just going to just and I'm just taking that into the crease as well, and just with a very light hand blending out any harsh edges. We don't want to blend it, we just want to soften it. Now what I want to do is I just want to dust off the bake and also set the rest of my face, and then we'll start working on the lower lash line. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. blush brush to dust it off. I feel like the foundation is kind of starting to look a little bit better. And for my face, to set my face, I'm just going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. So we're almost done with that one. It's kind of falling off everywhere now. Okay, I just did my brows, and in the previous video I'd mentioned about the brow gel from Rimmel. So I'm actually just going to set my brows in place with that. For my brows I use my Essence brow kit. It's by far still one of my favorite ones. But what I want to do is I just want to kind of use my Maybelline Definer Brow and just lightly fill that area in. It's better. I don't know if they still make this. That's one of my favorite brow pencils, but I'm just going to use that to set my brows in place. This is in the shade Dark Brown. So I'm just going to wait for that one to dry before we mess around with it anymore. I'm just going to start working on my lower lash line. I'm going to take that same crease brush, the number 8 one. I'm going to start with Green with Envy, so the darkest shade that we used in the outer corner, and I'm just going to start by placing that in my lower lash line. Once that's in the crease, I'm just gonna once again wipe that brush. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm gonna go in with Nude, so the lightest shade, the transition shade that we applied, and then I'm just gonna place that directly underneath Green with Envy. And then going back in with that flat shader brush, I am going to go in with, we'll go in with this Bold Moves shadow. And I'm just going to place that and I'm just going to start working on my face before I finish off my eyes. I feel like I'm jumping back and forth, but that's okay, bear with me. For my contour today, I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs High Filter number 6, and I'm just going to go in with obviously the contour shade which is that one. I don't know why this one looks yellow. It's a bit peachy, but we're just going to go in with the contour shade today. Alright, I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics, the Marble Collection line in number 2. And I'm just going to go in with the contour shade, tapping off. And I'm just going to, because this is a bit pigmented, so I'm just lightly, I'm starting a little bit above because I don't want it to kind of go downwards. So just like that. For my blush today, I want to use my Sephora From Bar Attraction number 3. This has been one of my favorite blushes for a really long time. So I'm just going to, I'm using the Studio Pro number 2 brush. I normally use this for my bronzer, but I feel like I need to switch the rolls around. And then I'll just actually use my powder brush and diffuse it all together. For my highlight, I'm so excited. I actually didn't pick up any highlights, but I haven't used my Master Chrome in so long that I'm so looking forward to using this one. And I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics number 3 in the Studio line. And just, it's perfect. I always use brushes that don't like emphasize too much, and that's why you get like a nice diffusing sort of sheen. Okay, I'm going to use the same highlight on my brow bones, so I'm going to go in with, because I want a soft one. Okay, so I've just got my eyeliner on, and I've also added smolder in my lash line. I'm not sure, my camera cut off, so not sure when exactly it cut off, but this is what we have so far. I feel like the whole look did come together in the end, and the foundation is kind of looking a little bit better now. It's just, I feel like it's a bit drying. I don't know what's going on with that one, but I was actually, for my mascara, I'm looking for my Lash Sensational, but I can't find it. I was looking for my eyeliner, which I just found now, so not sure what is going on. But yeah, I highly recommend wearing falsies with this look. I'm not going to because I'm going to go take a shower like I said. But the falsies will just take this look to a whole other level. So please add them on if you're comfortable with it. I am going to take forever putting it on. Plus, I'm not that great. So yeah, I'm just going to go with my mascara. I'm using my Colossal Volume Mascara, but I wish I had my Lash Sensational one. But this is not bad either. For eyeliner, I used my Rimmel Exaggerate eyeliner, the felt tip one, and I've created like a thick eyeliner, but I haven't winged it out crazy. I feel like if you wing it out crazy, then the falsies are a must. But yeah, if anything's cut out, then I will definitely put like a clip saying what I did put, and I'll also mention everything down below, so please be sure to check that out. I always have my products listed just for your convenience, so you know you can easily find them. And what I like to do is when I'm in the supermarket and if I feel like someone said something and I forgot what it was, then I'll actually go and see what it was. But then sometimes it's just awkward to listen to the video in a supermarket or at a drugstore, or you know, wherever you are. So I list them down so you can quickly just scroll down and find out what it was. So yeah, I will list everything down below. So lashes done, and now for the lips, I'm gonna start out by just applying my Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner in Big Proposal. You know what, I'm actually gonna pair it with this lip liner, and then I'm just gonna add a gloss on top. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Maui. And to kind of make it a little bit more wearable, I am actually going to take a piece of tissue paper and I'm just going to block my lips. To this, I'm just going to add a little bit of stud to kind of intensify. This is from ColourPop. It's their liquid lipstick in stud. And just to darken it up a little bit. Okay, so for the lips, we've mixed 3 products to get this perfect shade that I'm really, really happy with. But I think this is the finished look, you guys. What do you think? I think I had so much fun filming this, and I had so much fun creating this makeup look, and I feel that this eyeliner, I've been using my Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner pencil. I have been using my Maybelline Master Precise liquid eyeliner pen, which I do swear by, but I feel like this particular one is just kind of really nice and intense, and I could get that thick wing, which I feel like looks really, really good with this makeup look. So that is the finished look, you guys. Oh, I forgot to set my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my MAC Prep and Prime. Just going to be generous with this one. Alright, you guys, that's the finished look. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've stayed till the end, thank you so much. I'm so excited for 2019. I've got loads and loads of things planned. Hopefully I can put them in action, because that's where I lack a little bit. But one of my resolutions for this year is to plan things out and then put it into action, because I think that is very, very important for you to achieve your goals and stuff. So that is something that I'm going to be working on this year. But thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that's it, you guys. First video of 2019, and we're off to a good start. So looking forward to loads more. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.